Sometimes you just gotta mind your business. And when you're invited over to dinner, just shut up and eat the food. This episode of Makeup and Reddit Rewind may contain strong language and adult themes, and potentially expired makeup. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello, my friend. Welcome to the second episode of Makeup and Reddit Rewind, where we put on makeup that has been sitting in my drawer for freaking ever, and also scroll through Reddit and rewind the week and see what some of the hot topics were on the conversation-heavy website. Why am I talking like this? I have absolutely no idea. Before we get into the Reddit Rewind, let's go into the Makeup Rewind and talk about what I'm going to be putting on my face today. Does this company still exist? This is Amazing Cosmetics Line Smoother and Primer. It feels very full. I don't think I used it very many times. I think I don't like this product, and I think that's why I haven't used it. This is the Essence I Heart Color Intensifying Eyeshadow Base. This is a love that is probably expired, but still smells very good. This is the Sweet Cotton Pore Cover BB Cream by Holika. This has been discontinued for at least 2 years. This is an old product, but you know, I like to live on the dangerous side. For concealer, I think I got this from Ipsy maybe. This is the Note BB Concealer Advanced Skin Corrector. Face powder, we're taking it back to the Too Faced Peach collection with the Too Faced Peach Perfect Setting Powder. Eyeshadow today, I know this is very loved in our community. This is the Persona Identity Palette. It is really cute, cool-toned, natural palette, very good from what I remember. I don't think I've used this in at least a year. And I thought, if it seems like a good idea, we might pop into this, the Balm Overshadow. I remember really liking this, but rarely using it because it was an extra step that seemed unnecessary when there were eyeshadows that could do almost the same thing. In case I end up using it, this is called Work is Overrated. It's just kind of a sparkly, loose shadow. For brows, we're going to be using another Essence product. This is the Micro Precise. I don't remember the last time I used that. And for blush, oh wait, so you see this. Do you remember this? This is one of my very few MAC products. This is the Nutcracker Sweet Peach Face Compact in Tutu and At Dusk. And I remember people telling me that these were, in this collection were some classic MAC shades. And I don't know if these were them or if they were another duo, but I couldn't get that one, so I ended up getting this one instead. It was something like that, but this is for olds. I do not keep my mascaras and liners for very long, so these are not old. This is the Victoria Beckham mascara. This is the Future Lash, and then my eyeliner is going to be the Essence Lash Princess Waterproof Liner. For lipstick, I'm not sure which one of these I'm going to use, but they're both from the Pure and Barbie collection, which I think came out about a year ago. So I have two choices. I've got this one that's like a little bit pinker, and then I have this one that's a little bit more nude. So I may do like a mix of both. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. We'll see when we get in there. And then finally for lip gloss, we are rewinding to the Raw Beauty Kristi ColourPop collection with the Luxe lip gloss in the shade Glacier. So let's go ahead and get this makeup on and get into the Reddit Rewind. It is juicy this week, my friends. All right. Woo! Okay, here we go. Let's turn this on. Ah! That is very bright, very bright. Okay, that's so much better. All right, here we go. So our first story comes to us from the Am I the Asshole? Whoa, what is happening here? Maybe this is why I never use this thing. What is even happening? I guess it's supposed to be, oh, that's cold. Okay, well, we're gonna go with it. So the product comes out of this little hole here, and then it rolls on with the little bally things. Okay, this is interesting. Smells fine, so we're going with it. Now, this is too weird. We're not going with it. We're just gonna squirt it out. It's a silicone-based primer. We're just gonna do the thing. That's too much. No wonder I never used it. Oh, it has a strong scent. Very strong. It's like flowers and makeup and chemicals, like cleaning product chemicals. Blech. I'm just going to throw this away because I don't want to use that again. So anyway, First story comes to us from this past weekend. In my time, it was just Labor Day. So this happened on Labor Day weekend. The star of our show is a 25-year-old female. Her and her friends were very excited because they all wanted to go to this water park and they all drove different distances to get there. Very excited to enjoy their day. And they're walking around and they're having fun and they're going on water slides. This is way too light for me. This is still, even with my Catrice darkening drops, way too light for me. We're just going for it. So they're having fun hanging out. She's got her bikini on. She's chilling. And she's just waiting in line for a water slide. And this lady walks past her, stops, and then walks back. And she says to her, "How can you show all of your tattoos when there are so many children at this park?" Because apparently the star of this story has a full sleeve and a half sleeve and many other tattoos. So she is very taken aback by this random woman approaching her, kids in tow, scolding her for showing her tattoos in public around children. So obviously she's very confused by this, but she realizes that this woman is not somebody that is ever going to agree with her. So she's just like, "I got cute tattoos and I'm going to show them off because I like my tattoos. Thank you very much." And the woman throws an all-out tantrum, the confrontational lady. Oh, look at this. That is going to be a no for me, dog. It probably would be fine if there was a way for me to mix this up. It doesn't smell bad or anything, but this is going to be a nope on a rope. Let's get a different concealer. That's disgusting. Strangely enough, I found this one from Amazing Cosmetics. Let's smell it. Smells fine. We're using it. So the woman throws an all-out tantrum. She says to the woman with the tattoos, "She told me her kids have to see people like me who are branded and are going to hell because God doesn't want sinners with tattoos in heaven." And if you do not know, my husband is a tattoo artist and I have many tattoos. So I had a particularly, visceral reaction to this. I was like, oh my gosh, this woman is like, that's just not okay. That's not okay. So the woman with the tattoo starts getting a little heated because now she's been told that she's going to hell and that her kids are forced to look at her because she's refusing to cover her tattoos. So the woman with the tattoos, this is what she says. She says, "You have two solutions. Your kids could stay home and never go outside, or you can put a blindfold on your kids if you're so worried about them seeing sinners." So this pisses off the other lady, of course, and things start escalating even further. The woman with the tattoos says that she called me a rude bitch and that I should cover up my indecent body. What the confrontational lady did not know was that the woman with the tattoos had dealt with body image her entire life. So when she was told that her body was indecent, she really lost it. She could not hold it in anymore. I mean, she already wasn't holding it in, but she really wasn't going to hold it in now. She says, "I told her I didn't give a about what her kids saw and that she should learn how not to be such a stupid." And I can tell you, I can count on one hand the number of times I've said that word out loud. I hate that word so much, so I'm sure I'm bleeping it out. But wow. So she says that she looked at her absolutely horrified and that she dragged her kids away, yelling she was going to go to security and have her kicked out of the park and all of this. But the tattooed woman said that nothing happened after that. She wasn't kicked out. So this is where it gets interesting because the woman with the tattoos, her friends told her that she handled the situation poorly. That of course the woman was unreasonable, but she didn't need to cause a scene like that. She didn't need to yell all the cuss words and everything. So at this point, I would love to know if you think the woman with the tattoos is the asshole here. And I personally, I understand the frustration, and I think that her frustration was justified, and I think that her anger was justified. But when you're in a water park, to scream out the most vulgar cuss words that exist is probably not a great idea, just out of respect for the people that just aren't involved in the situation. It's not their fault that this lady is being a complete bitch. They did not ask for that, and they are just innocent bystanders with their kids trying to have a fun time, and something like that can affect everybody around you. So I don't think she's an asshole, but I do think that she could have handled it very differently, and that she could have, in different words, said pretty much the exact same thing and been a little more family appropriate about it. And if the woman kept harassing her, she could go to security and say, hey, this woman is bothering me, if, she wouldn't leave her alone. So I'm curious what you think. Do you think that the tattooed woman's actions, a little too intense there. Do you think that the tattooed woman's actions were justified? Do you think she had an absolute right to go off on the woman because she was being unreasonable? I would love to know down in the comments. So now, mid-brow, let us go into the second story about Am I the Asshole? This story begins with a 35-year-old woman of Middle Eastern descent who is married to a German man. She decides that she wants to invite her in-laws over for dinner, but wants to cook a dinner that she really enjoys. She knows, because of past experience, that her in-laws are probably going to be a bit hesitant to it because it isn't a traditional dish that she thinks that they will eat. She would like to cook a lamb's neck roast. She explains in the post that if you've ever had oxtail, it's a similar kind of flavor and texture. Well, the mother-in-law is grossed out by this, thinks it's absolutely disgusting. Now, this is according to the poster, who is the woman that was hosting the dinner. She said that her mother-in-law said that they would not be eating that because they are, quote, not savages. They continue the conversation, and the mother-in-law says, hey, if you want to make that, that's fine. But my family is just going to bring our own dish, and it'll be like a potluck, and we'll eat our food, you eat your food, we'll be good to go. They agree on that, and they continue to dinner. Oh, I forgot a part. So she said that one of the things that the mother-in-law said while they were on the phone was that she was worried that the host would cook something, quote unquote, freaky. So anyway, time passes and the in-laws come over and they do whatever, but then eventually sit down for dinner. This is where the twist happens. So the mother-in-law sees this beautiful roast on the table. Absolutely gorgeous roast. And she says to the host, she says, that looks really delicious. May I try it? So I want you to think right now, would you have let her try it? Well, our fabulous host was like, nope. You can't try it. I only made enough for me. And I would hate for you to become a savage after eating my meal. So no, you can't have any. The in-laws are very upset by this. They continue on with the dinner, but then accuse her of ruining the dinner because she was so rude to them about not letting them taste her meal. So the host wants to know, is she the asshole? Because she asked her friend, am I the asshole? And the friend was like, yeah, kind of. Her friend said that she thought that the host should have just let it go and let her eat the meal and just not made a big deal about it. And just let her try it if she wanted to try it. And maybe it would open her eyes, I guess, to the different kind of food. Later on in the post, the host does clarify a couple of things afterward, after she had posted it. And one of the things she clarifies is that this is not the first time her mother-in-law has insulted her food and her cultural choices for her food. So she was just fed up. She had lost it. She just was fed up with it and it pushed her over the edge. So this is my thinking. Honestly, I commend her bravery. I don't think that I would have been brave enough to stand up and say, no, you can't eat my food, especially to an in-law that you know you're going to be seeing at family gatherings for a very long time. I honestly don't think that she's the asshole for that. I think that when you go over to somebody's house, when somebody invites you over to dinner, even if it's not something you would typically eat, you shut up and you eat the food. You eat the food, Tina.
Tina, eat. Eat the food.
I could see why the mother-in-law was shocked by it, why she was, like, oh my gosh, you're really not going to let me try some? But, I mean, she kind of deserves it, in my opinion. I do. I really think that she deserved to not be able to try the food. My question to you, first of all, is do you think she was justified in not allowing her mother-in-law to try the food? And if you do think she was justified, do you think that she handled it well? Or do you think she blew it out of proportion and maybe should have talked to her later about it? I just hope that both of them can work it out. I'm using the overshadow. I hope that they can work it out, because when you're family and you're in an awkward situation like that and you have to deal with those awkward situations over and over again, it's not fun for anybody to have to deal with that. That is really bright. Holy crap. And I just made a mess. I'm going to have to fix that mess that I just, because I haphazardly just applied that. I'm going to have to fix that. But when you're family like that and you plan on being married for a long time, it's really awkward and weird to have to deal with that over and over and over again when it comes to family events. So hopefully they can work it out, because I don't think anybody enjoys situations like that. So hopefully they can somehow figure it out. And I think the mother-in-law just really needs to understand how offensive it is to say that about someone else's culture's food. It's just straight up rude. All right, speaking of food and cultures, this one is more fun. Those are the two Am I the Assholes, and then these are the other ones. I have 3 more that I wanted to share with you. If you're not on Twitter or I'm not sure where else these are posted, but I know I see these on Twitter a lot, where you have to make a choice. They show you a selection of pictures, and you have to decide which one for you, if you could never have it again, which one would you pick? And this one is food related. So let me put it on the screen for you right now. These are your 4 food choices. And it says one has to go forever. Our choices are steak, shrimp, fried chicken, and ribs. And I had another very strong reaction to this, because you take away my fried chicken and we are going to be in some serious trouble. Like, if I had one food that I could eat for the rest of my life, it would be fried chicken. I love fried chicken more than anything, honestly. Any food, I will take fried chicken. So for me, just me personally, I would pick ribs. And the reason why is because ribs are just freaking messy. They're a mess. The barbecue sauce getting all over my face. Like, I like the flavor of it. I enjoy eating ribs, but it's just so freaking messy. And I just don't enjoy the process of eating ribs. I don't want to get rid of the ribs. I like the ribs. But if I had to pick, that would be the one that I would pick. In the post, a lot of people chose shrimp, and I understand why. Shrimp is not epic. Shrimp is definitely less flavorful, even seasoned, has less flavor, is less exciting than ribs, in my opinion. But I think it's the mess factor that pushes me over the edge with the ribs. And I imagine if you are a vegetarian or a vegan, they're all going, because you don't eat any of these things. The next one is a cute little video. So I'm going to go ahead and put on my mascara while you watch the cute little video.
Ready? Ready? Go! Go, truck, go! Go, truck, go!
I chose that one because I just found it so freaking funny. It was adorable, and I was interested to read in the comments that so many people had done that, like in a car. Have you ever done that before? I've never even thought to do that, but that was so freaking funny. I died. I watched it probably 4 times, and I laughed every time. I'm gonna show it to my kids when they get home from school today, because it is so cute. And this blush does not have pigmentation. What is happening? I think it's because of the shade too. It's not that far from my skin tone. But there's really not a lot of pigmentation. Oh my gosh. And then finally, we have a burrito story. A story about burritos, and it is very heartwarming, and I think that's what I want Makeup and Rewind to be, is a place where we can have discussions and laugh and kind of leave on a happy, positive note. There's so much negativity in the world today. It's nice to just have a moment to put on makeup and just talk about things that don't really, truly matter in the grand scheme of things. But this is really sweet, and it's just a reminder to do something kind for someone today. So here's the story. The post just says, I go to the gas station. Wait, see, I can't talk while I put on lipstick. Hold on. No, that's cute. That's really cute. I like that color. I think it looks good with this too. A little bit of Raw Beauty Kristi gloss. Make sure I don't have lipstick on my teeth. Okay, we're good. Here's the story. I go to the same gas station every day after work for beer and burritos. Today, when I asked for my burrito, the guy said, "They're hot. I knew you'd be here, so I made a fresh batch." And that's the most thoughtful shit anyone's done for me in a while. It's the little things in life. It's the little things, really and truly. All right, let's go ahead and zoom out. All right, I think this look came out really cute. It's very, it's kind of basic, but it's like, I just realized I totally neglected my lower lash line. I don't know. I think it looks fine. It's fine. It's whatever. Do you always put something on your lower lash line? I think I'm gonna skip it today. Do something different. Why not? I think definitely my favorite thing that I rediscovered today was the Persona palette. This is such a great eyeshadow formula. Why don't I own more from Persona? I don't even know. I think my least favorite thing that I used today is the Victoria Beckham mascara. I actually really liked this one. Maybe not really liked it, but liked it enough when I first opened it. But now that it's getting older, it doesn't seem to be attaching to my lashes as well as it was when I first got it. So yeah, I think it's getting old. I think this is probably a trash one too, because I think that it's old. In summary, what did we learn today? Number one, mind your own damn business and realize that not everybody wants to be the same religion as you. Second, if you go over to someone's house that's cooking for you, keep your damn mouth shut. Eat the damn food, Tina. And if you have the opportunity to just do something that really isn't that big of a deal to you, but you know is gonna really bring joy to someone else, just take that little extra step and do it. Just do it. Just do it. I mean, we need more kindness in our world today. We need more times where strangers are just helping each other for no reason other than to just extend a kindness. And at this point, my friend, it is your turn in the collective brain of makeup awesomeness where we help each other not to buy crap, and also we talk crap about people. Occasionally, especially from Reddit. So I would love to know your thoughts about any of the stories or the topics we talked about today. How do you feel about them? Really can't wait to read what you have to say. Do you agree with me? Do you think I'm totally off? Would love to know. If you would like to hang out just a little bit longer, YouTube should be recommending a couple of videos for you right over here to watch. I'm going to put the first episode of Makeup and Reddit Rewind down there in case you missed it, in case you enjoyed it. But if you do have to go, it is no problem at all. Thank you so much for hanging out as long as you did, and mad love to you, and I will see you in a video very, very soon. Bye!